Wake up to the sunrise, let the day begin. Johnny and Mark are here, let the laughter in. With every sip of coffee, feel the warmth inside. Conversations and humor take you for a ride. Your morning boost with Johnny and Mark, a perfect blend of laughter, igniting the spark, inspiration and insight. Join the journey, let them light your way. It's a brew of connection, a world to explore, a network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you. As the day unfolds, carry what you've heard, inspire and inform with every single word. Johnny and Mark beside you as you start a new day, the morning show that lifts you through and through. A network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana.
I got my coffee, I got my dollars, and I'm looking for deals. Am I at the right place?
I say, here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
Bless you, my child. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sister Mary Agnes. You may have heard about me from my friend Cajun Roots reseller, Johnny. I met Johnny many years ago when he was purchasing furniture from Frankie and Johnny's in Louisiana. They were not going to give him credit, and I vouched for him. I said, let him have it with no problem. He's got the dollars. See the special man.
Let him have it with no
You
problem.
got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man.
Hello, I'm Johnny's Dough Girl. I'm here to say subscribe, hit the bell, not my belly button, and share out his shows. Always give him a thumbs up. You can even become a member. Buy him a coffee and follow his other channels like the cooking shows, my favorites, his fur babies, and more. Leave a comment. And when you watch a video, you're showing him your support.
Hi, I was looking for some jewelry. I'm going to be getting married soon. No, I don't have any credit.
Well, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, if you own a fixed income, even if it's on a sale, in the Cajun Roots Reseller eBay store, guess what? Send an offer. We'll let you have it with no problem.
Johnny has many auctions, chat shows, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and all are welcome. But there's no drama or negativity tolerated on any of his channels. Now go, child, with my blessings. Watch Cajun Roots Reseller. Love always. Be kind to one another, and have a blessed day.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
See the special man.
You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Cajun roots, Johnny understands.
Johnny understands.
Let him have it with no
Hello, good morning, and welcome on this
Good
Monday
morning.
How's everybody doing this morning? Good to see y'all, and welcome. And how are you doing today, Mr. Mark?
I'm doing much better today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jesus. First
How
in the
are you,
chat,
Johnny?
I am blessed. Thank you for asking. It's been a busy morning, but I am happy with that. Got a lot done already this morning. And yes, I woke up late this morning. I didn't wake up till 4 o'clock. Child was running out that bed like I did something wrong. Good morning, Regina's first in the chat. Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. Love it. Thank you, Regina. And Marlene, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Craig, you're doing the best thing you can do is sleep. Good boy. National Coffee Day. Yes, I saw that this morning on the news.
Oh, sweet.
They got all kind of different places that's giving away free coffee, and Starbucks is doing something about 100 points if you make a purchase, and all kind of stuff. Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah. Little Debbie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Jennifer, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing?
Good
And
morning.
Michael, hello, good morning, and welcome. You might want to make sure you have this afternoon's Wind Down Monday. Make sure you got your notifications on, because Michael is our special guest tonight, and we're going to be talking about AI. Come check it out. Bring your questions. And Scarlett, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Oh, look at that. Jennifer's already dropping those links. Check them out. Such a reminder. Claudette, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And Heather, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you, and welcome. What you laughing at? I missed a comment somewhere.
Morning, Heather.
Helen, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Miss Denise, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? And Patrick, hello, good morning, and welcome. Sneaking in and putting the lights on. I like that. Let's see who else is here. Sleepy Sparks. Woke up around 4 a.m. myself. Let the dogs. Yeah, I did too. Made my coffee. Yep. I sure did all of that again this morning too. Yep. Vegemite Day?
I don't know,
I
hon. I've
have,
never had it.
nope, I haven't either. I heard it was nasty.
I've heard stories.
I have to. Also, if you have missed it, I saw Jennifer drop the link last night. I was on, which is every last Sunday of each month at 7:30 is Defend the Hustle with Buffalo Picker. It was a really good show. We had a lot to talk about with Q4 last night, and if you missed it, go back and check it out. Also, this past weekend, we had a very successful reseller community train sale, shop hop. Everybody did a great job. We had a few little kinks, but it got all worked out before everybody had to go on for their times. And so if you missed it, I do have the playlist. And I also have in the bottom the description of the video of everybody's direct link to their dropped premiere. It was a very smooth run all day long. So yeah, really check it out and see how everybody did. If you would like to be on next month, October the 25th is the next one. I do have 4 slots left for that show, which will be October 25th. Also on the 7th, we do have our reseller rapid fire round for showcasing of members. If you would like to be on that one and you are a member, I do have 2 spots left, the 3:45 and the 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time slot. Just let me know by emailing me at the Cajun Roots Reseller at gmail.com and let me know, and I'll be glad to add you to that list. Also, don't forget, you can make comments. Even though tomorrow's the last day of the month, you'll have until this weekend, the 5th of this month of October, to be able to make comments of this month's videos, including both channels, to get yourself entered to a chance to win a box of moon pies, and that'll be done on the 6th of October. Also, this coming up week, I will be on this Sunday coming. I'll be on with Mark and Mike on 2 Old Guys Vintage and Resale. That's at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on 7th, that Tuesday, next Tuesday, not tomorrow, but next Tuesday, I will be on with Friends Selling with Friends with Mark and Mike, Mark and Janides, and that'll be at the 12:30 time slot. And that's what I have coming up this next week. Mark, what do you got coming up? Let's see. Auntie Mama came in.
Okay. Let's get with the
Good morning, Auntie Mama.
right calendar.
Yeah, right.
Today's the 29th. Yes, today's the 29th.
Yep.
Be with Johnny tonight at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then Wednesday, Michael and I are leaving, going out of town. We're going to the Frank Swap and Shop in Versailles, Missouri.
Ooh, Missouri.
Missouri. Sunday, we've got Johnny. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm with Johnny. Tuesday, the 7th, I'm going to be on the rapid fire round. And Johnny, it should be the 14th is the friend selling with friends.
That's right. That's right. Duh. Yeah, you're right.
You threw me there for a
Yeah,
minute.
that's right. You'll be on the 7th. That's the members
Yep.
live. That's right.
Yep.
And I'll be on the 14th on yours.
And then Wednesday, the 8th, I'll be on the hump day auction.
Yep.
So that's what.
And also, don't forget, Auntie Mama does a live every day, 7 days a week on her channel in the morning, early in the morning. Come have your coffee with us in the morning. I'm usually working and lurking with her on her channel.
Regina, have you ever been to Frank Swap and Shop in Versailles?
First cup, I'm on my second big cup.
I'm on my third.
He said I'll be sleeping on the 6th on the plane. Miss Linda, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. And welcome.
You have not.
You'll be going into Regina's neck of the woods.
Yep.
October is exciting for me. 3 new shows, lots of guests. Girl, 3 new shows. Holy words. Neck of the woods. She says she has not. Also, if you are on eBay and you have a store level where you get a coupon for shipping supplies, you got less than a day and a half, today and tomorrow, to use that coupon for your free shipping supplies and get ready for Q4. Because come October 1st, it's a whole new quarter. Q4 is here knocking on our door. So make sure you use it before you lose it. You want to make sure you have all that shipping supplies already. Also, I'll be doing a video as soon as I get my last of my items. The Grounded Vantage packagings already started arriving at my door for what I ordered when I did the video on the 11th about the Poshmark changing the shipping from priority to Grounded Vantage. I did that September the 11th is when I did that video, and I also sent in an email, and I'm already getting the packages in the mail for me to start using Grounded Vantage packaging. So I'll be doing a video on that as soon as I get those done. I'm waiting on 2 more to come in. I got 3 of the 5 already. I think it's Mark's mission in life to take a photo of Michael every. Yeah, you're right about that.
It's 100 miles. No, it's more than that because
Didn't y'all go? Yeah, y'all went somewhere
we,
along.
we went to Iowa.
Yeah, that's true.
Regina, we're actually leaving Wednesday. It starts Thursday. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they'll have Sunday. We're going to go to Sedalia and spend the night at one of our favorite hotels, the Bothwell in Sedalia, and do a little bit of shopping there.
Sounds a little bougie.
It's a historical landmark, and the place is just so. The people and the hotel is just so nice.
Oh wow!
So, I think it's $10 to park. It's a whole lot of walking, Regina. A whole lot of walking because I think they said something. They had 500 vendors. You
What?
can buy anything, and I do mean anything.
Wow!
Animals. Um, I've never seen a cow or a horse, but I've seen plenty of dogs, chickens, ducks, geese. Um,
Good
well, I
morning,
just
Robin. She says, "If I change his name now, I know what you're talking about."
yes, yeah, he changed his name. Yep.
Okay, she said I've been there.
I can meet up with you Thursday if you're. Yeah, we're going to be there Thursday.
There you go.
You got my number, hon.
Jennifer said, "Here's a cow. Here's a horse."
I'd pew pews, you name it, you can probably find it.
Good morning, Hetty. Who changed his name? That's a good question because I'm confused
It
a little bit.
it was it's called Jacob's Cave, and they used to call it Jacob's Cave Swap and Shop, and
Oh, okay.
then it was bought by Frank, and they continued the Swap and Shop.
Hello, Al. How you doing this morning, Lou? She said, "Get a prairie dog."
Get you a prairie dog. Could probably find one.
Ellen says, "I want a polka dot pig."
Oh, look, Ellen.
It's not, it reminds me of like if you go to a 4-H club fair, like when they have all the animals that you can either purchase or they show. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
A couple of years ago, I did do, well, I've done videos there a couple of times. I think this is our fourth year going.
Oh, okay. She's using text, voice to text, because you don't have a glasses. Prairie dogs are cute. Really. Also, I will be doing a video pretty soon. I got on the on my YouTube channel these marketing advertisement for sponsorships. I got my first one in, and my package came in Saturday. Where I will be doing a video because it's commission on the sales that I get, and you get a 20% off your first purchase on something that I'm going to be trying out. I gotta print out the email of everything I gotta include in the video. And it's what I liked about it is that I did a survey, and they had requirements that you had to get free samples, but you had to answer these questions and like how long you been on YouTube. You had to give them your YouTube channel, your business links, and all that information. And I got approved, and so they already shipped me my items, which I got to do a unboxing and then try it out with my dogs and see if they like it. It's dog food. So I'm curious
Oh,
to see how that's going
so
to work.
so it's not
That's
moon
my first
pies.
one I ever did. Huh?
So it's not moon pies.
No, I wish. Where's? Oh, I'm not going down further enough. Everybody's saying hello, good morning, Joanne. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And
Good morning, Joanne.
710. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, Regina. You and Doug. We want to set up a live on Sundays. Ooh, they don't sell them around here. I would probably already would have owned one. Okay. So yeah, that's a couple of videos I got to get done and get ready. Coming soon. This weekend we also met up. I met up with well, Robert and I went to my antique booth yesterday. It's called TNT Co-op, where myself and Mia, Crazy May staff, both have a booth there. And I'm in the process of downside, actually up, going in from a smaller booth to a bigger booth. And I already started moving all my stuff in there. I got one more load to do, which will be tomorrow. I got to finish moving all that out and into my new booth because I have to change the booth number on my tags. So I did that yesterday. And we met up with Carol came and met up with us yesterday. And then after we did that, she got to shop a little bit while we were there. Mia was putting stuff in her booth. I was putting stuff in my booth and reorganizing it and getting it all set up. And then we went and have lunch. And speaking of Carol, there she is. Good morning, hello, and welcome.
Hey, boo.
Carol.
Mm.
So we had a good time yesterday. Some good food and some good chatting. We laughed a lot. We did our little heart and hand photo, and then the guy next to him and his wife says, for a minute, I thought y'all were some kind of group or club or something. So we had to explain to him what we did, and he thought it was pretty cool. Let's see here. We had fun. We were laughing the whole time. Yeah. Good morning. Shop a little. Yeah, you did. You did shop a little bit. She got a lot. So yeah, we had a good weekend this weekend and got a lot done. And we got to do our little meetup and have lunch, and that was really good. And Carol did post that picture already. That would be a good topic, having booth props and cons and such. Yeah, we can do that. If anybody else has booths and you would like to be part of it, let us know. Yeah, that would be a good topic because I just started changing again the place I started at, and I'll be talking about that too, because for you to get yourself into any door of any place when it comes to booths or antique places, sometimes you have to start with the smallest thing they have available, and 9 times out of 10, it could be a bookcase or a small little setup. And then once you get your feet in the door
Or
and
shelf.
or a bookshelf, and then you can get started into the bigger booths. And that took me. My first booth there was in February, and it was like towards the end of February. So my first full month was March 1st, and I started with a very small bookshelf. And then I moved 2 months later. I moved into a bigger bookshelf, and so now here I am since February, March 1st. Now, as of right now, on the 15th of this month, I was able to get into a bigger booth. So sometimes it just takes that way. We can talk about that on our show. That'll be no problem.
Janice, hi, hon.
Uh, I to the tune. She spent $106 yesterday. Prairie dogs are considered exotic. Really? I didn't know that. There's Mia's Law live tonight at 6. Hello, Janine. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. So yeah, that could be a good topic we can do on Monday night. On a different Monday, yeah. If nobody else sends us any information, we can do that next Monday. We got ours tonight for AI is our topic tonight. I'm looking forward to it because I got some questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning. TZ, hello, good morning and welcome.
Good
And how are
morning.
you doing? Good to see you. Mark, will you be here also tonight? Yeah, Mark's going to be here tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think she's saying she will also be here tonight. I think.
Johnny, Mark will be here also tonight. Okay, I'm assuming then her. Okay. Well, cool. But yeah, that's our topic tonight. We're going to be talking about AI. So if you have any questions or you're thinking about it, I know when I first talked about it about a year ago, and I said, "Oh, I'll never do that." And Michael says, "Never say never." You know that is so true.
Mm-hmm.
Never say never. Because here I am. I'm already playing around with it and checking it out and working it and seeing if it can work. I just have some questions about something that I'm trying to do, and I just can't get it done. So I know we had a conversation about that, I think, Thursday last week. But anywho. All right, so Johnny, hey Mark, yeah, she sure did. I forgot to tell you about
I forgot to tell you to slap her.
that. Oh, trust me, there'll be other times for that. Um, something I want to say
Or
too.
kiss her neck. Mm-hmm.
I can't remember now. Also, please keep in thoughts and prayers. I saw that on the news yesterday, and they talked about it a little bit more this morning. In the church shooting that happened this weekend. Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. It's sad to turn the news on and hear about that almost every day. And I forgot the state.
It's
Minnesota,
time for a cheese toasty.
something like that. Janine says we joke about AI planning a thrifting trip for us would be fun. Could be AI planning. Oh, you're talking to Al, not mine. I thought you were talking about AI. Yeah, can help determine views.
That's so true, Ellen.
Yeah, when I think AI, I'm thinking AI, but then y'all saying okay, so that AI can help you determine the video still. Yeah, again, that's true, but again, I'm still looking into all that. You said Al, not AI. Okay, no mind. I'm getting confused sometimes when I see that. I was going to use AI to change the pictures of my YouTube playlist, but chickened out. Using AI to change the pictures on your YouTube playlist.
I used it for the first time, the AI, um, for doing a thumbnail for Michael and Denise. And it it turned out amazing.
For those that use the those that are part of the reseller community shop hop train sale, I actually used part of, because I already had some things I wanted to use, and I used what I had and used AI to change it to what I have now that we used this past weekend for the thumbnail. And it worked pretty good. It did exactly, again, I had to use some wording. I'm still learning how to word things, but it actually did exactly what I wanted by me telling it what I wanted from the picture I gave it. And it actually worked out pretty good. So you can use it for your thumbnails. There's no problem with that. How many did you have? Yes, AI will tell you real or not. I don't want to strikes. Yeah, you won't get strikes for using it in for AI for your thumbnails. Hard to know what's real and what's not. Now you do have to, don't forget to make sure though, you do it in your disclaimer in your description if you use something for AI. Like for example, all the videos you will see, I do have a disclaimer using AI for the songs. Like the one tonight for the show for the night. I created the songs by giving it wording that I wanted and got the wordings through AI, and then I used the other platform to make a song, and all that's in my description. So you do want to disclaimer that you do use it. Now, if you create a video using AI, then you have to check off that box that said it was created through AI for a whole video. That is a whole different ballgame than you using something to help you with your channel. As long as you just put it in your description, you're fine. But when it comes to a whole video, then yeah, you have to check off that little box. Okay, Janine says, if you are questioning if something is AI or not, the best would be to look at hands. Oh, mastering hands. Yeah. Really?
Yeah, we've had this discussion. Yeah, hands.
I never thought of that. Jennifer, you won't get a strike if you're AI into your description. Exactly. Yep, that's exactly what. Yeah, I do that on all my videos. When I started using AI for certain things, I do have it in my description as a disclaimer. And y'all more than welcome to copy it if you need to. I have no problem with that, so you can cover yourself with it. I have one that's for like, I believe this show is the one I have with where Tooch did the song for me. So I have that in its description. And then the ones that I did, I also have that in its description. So yeah, including the shop hop this weekend, I had it in my description. But you got to make sure you disclaim it. That's all. Because that way they don't want to see it as you doing the whole video through AI, and you don't give AI the credit when it comes to the full video. And there's a lot of videos out there for through AI. I was watching a couple of them this past weekend, actually, on this week. That it was like a church service. You could tell it was through the whole thing was through AI. Question. I'm not sure off the head. I have unpacked the car still. Oh, okay. And Randy, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you
Morning,
doing?
Randy.
I am so scared to use it. I don't know.
I was too, Jennifer, but I just went ahead and
And I just
tried it.
started barely using it, but I think so far from what I've done, I like it. You just got to be remember to make sure you get disclaimers, and if you on your videos, there's that new box that says, "Has this video is this video created through AI?" If the whole video is created through AI, you better check that little box off. But if it's just something that you created, like a song or something, then yeah, just disclaim it in your disclosure in your description. I never thought about the hands. Again, I guess I can tell automatically sometimes when it's an AI created thumbnail too.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
Ellen.
that's true. Let's see. What not show? They're talking back and forth with a conversation. Objects. Move. What I'm curious about is to see, has anybody used a picture with using AI and then turn it into a small video? They've been
I
promoting.
believe that Michael Angry Otter has done that.
I've seen some videos on that. You can tell it's AI doing it. There was a commercial on that the other day that I saw.
Yes.
That's right. Come in this
Hey,
afternoon,
check in tonight because we're going to be having that discussion with
Michael.
an expert.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it because I'm still got questions. I'm still learning it. I just started using AI, and I have to say, so far, the things that I've done so far, I enjoy. It's been fun. It's been real, and I do make sure to put the disclaimers in my description if I use it. Yes, I have. Okay, cool. Susie did that. She had a few cute ones up. I didn't know that. Susie Dragonfly or Susie Woozy? Which Susie? I'm curious now. But I have seen some videos on that. They've been promoting that with pictures. Okay, so they talking back for. All right, so Dragonfly. Okay, I'm gonna have to check her out. All right, so y'all know Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we've been doing a special little event on our morning show to get y'all involved, which we already got so far done in the chat where we're getting y'all involved. So hopefully y'all come back tonight and check out the 4 o'clock Wind Down Monday, where we're gonna cover that topic with Michael Ingriata Reacts on AI. So with that, let's go ahead and get into our topic of the day. Without further ado, here we go. Randy says, but I do love the ones on Facebook where they were bringing, really?
Ancient people from life, from statues or paintings.
Interesting. Yeah, I never know what to believe on Facebook. All right, so our topic today is it's never too late to share the knowledge that you have within yourself to help others. Things that we might take for granted. Last week, I watched a video, and this is what came to my mind. That's why I worded it the way we did, because it's almost like being a witness to something. A lot of times, I watch a lot of positive videos, and this one stuck in my mind. As we go into our further years of our lives, a lot of times we learn things from our mistakes. But one of the things that we don't express to help others is what we've learned from those mistakes. So the knowledge that we get by doing these mistakes help us further into our life and our journey. One of the things I have to say is we should be sharing that knowledge with others that we take for granted that they may know already. And it's a powerful thing and a powerful tool to share that knowledge with others. So, with that being said, what are your thoughts of sharing your knowledge that you have within yourself that we might take for granted without sharing with others? Mark?
I don't. Most of you probably don't know, but I was a technical trainer for the Blood Center here in Kansas City, and I absolutely adored. I loved going to work every day. I had new people every 6 weeks. I had new people, um, and so I would learn this procedure and then pass it on to them. And 99% of my students, adults, actually loved the way I taught them and told me so. But I have my entire life. If I've already learned something, I want to pass that on. If somebody's got a question, I can tell them what my experience was. And if you take that and run with it and make it your own, good on you. I hold no animosity whatsoever. There are people that, oh, I know it. No, I'm not going to tell you because I'm better than you. No, 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 no.
Randy,
Strive to
go ahead.
strive to have, well, just like your kids. You want them to do better than you did.
That's true.
So if somebody can take some piece of information that this is the way I did it, however, make it your own.
That is so true.
That's powerful.
Randy says, I try to share knowledge when I sell jewelry. So does Susie. Becky shares her knowledge about glass, which is awesome. The longer I live, the more I know many have not experienced stuff that I have or have no problem offering up how I get through it, sometimes without being asked. And that's true too. Ellen TZ says it's hard to reach out for knowledge when you get blasted about others for research reaching out. It may be a little gun shy of the others and acknowledge. And I understand what you're saying, TZ. This is my opinion and solely my opinion. If anyone has a question about something and you know that somebody is not saying, I'm not going to say I'm ever an expert at something, but if I don't know the answer to something, I will do the research and get that answer for you. But in my opinion, if somebody knows that information and you're asking them for it and they tell you I don't know, that's bad on them. That's on them. If I don't know something, I'm gonna tell you, I'm sorry. Look, I don't know what the answer is for. I don't know what the answer is for you, but I can research it and give you an answer of what I researched. Only time I'm gonna give you, and this is my opinion, I will give you my answer if it's something that I've experienced, dealt with, and I know the answer is what I have dealt with, and my way of dealing with things. Because you got to remember, everyone deals with different ways of different problems, but it's whatever makes it happier for them to succeed in getting that resolved. Like I always say, I don't have problems. I have solutions. So for me, I have to disagree with somebody not giving you that time of answering those questions for you if they know it. That is my opinion. They should, but not everybody's the same way. What about you, Mark? What do you think about that one? When somebody reaches out and then they just blast you out because you reached out to them.
See, that it's not fair to me.
Yeah.
Uh, this goes back to, you know, some people. I There's certain people that just no, I don't. I'm doing it my way, and to heck with everybody.
Yeah. The advice is not always
There,
welcome.
oh, how about we put it like this? There's no such thing as a stupid question.
That's true. That is so true. Gate Smasher, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. And again, that is true, Ellen. Um, I don't mind helping somebody. If I can help somebody get to their goal or get them to the answers they need, I'm all for it. I'd rather share the knowledge that I have and just keep it inside. It's almost like, and this is my opinion, I feel like it's almost like witnessing. Like, when you have something you've went through in your life and you've come out on the other side as a better person, or you improved your life. To me, that's like witnessing. That's what we should be doing. We should be witnessing to others of things that we have accomplished and achieved, no matter what it took us to get there. That's my opinion. Let's see. People make mistakes. We all do. Suggestions for being told.
What, Patrick? What? What?
It's not to say
What?
what to do, but maybe how I did it. This is what I've done. I'll
Yeah.
never tell somebody what to do. I'll just tell them what I've done and how it helped me and how I got there. That's like witnessing, is how I feel about it. Some just weren't willing to share. And that's another thing. I'm always willing to share. That's one thing you ain't got to worry about with me. Sometimes if I know it, I will share it. But if not, I'm going to research it. I think most of y'all know that by now with me. Let's see. Some people aren't willing to share. And that's true. I see that a lot. It gives
Yeah.
them feeling of power. And that's not true though. They shouldn't be doing that. We all are all equal. Yeah, you might know more than I do, but I'm gonna find out the answer to it somehow.
If you're asking the question, you are trying to better yourself.
Someone not
Now,
willing to share.
if you want
They enjoy it.
us to do it for you, oh, come on now.
Yep, that's true. Thank you, TZ. And thank you, Ellen. And that's how I've always been, and I'll always be that way. I enjoy teaching, I enjoy sharing, and I enjoy giving that knowledge of things that I know to share with others. I look at it this way. There was a comment made yesterday and last night with Buffalo Pickers Defend the Hustle. And somebody made a comment that we're afraid to talk to somebody who has a higher channel sub count. Like I said last night, I may have a higher sub count, but I'm just like everybody else in this room. I'm not putting myself higher than anybody else. I'm still willing to learn. I'm still willing to share it. I'm still willing to teach others how I am doing the way I'm doing things, the way I got it done, the way I got to where I'm at today. I'd rather share it and help others get to their goal than keep it to myself and say, no, I'm too good for you. No, that's not me. And that'll never happen with me. I am just as equal as everybody else. There's no such thing as
And it's true.
that is true.
I can vouch for Johnny on that.
Other input in 10 minutes.
Most everybody here can.
I know Randy just giving. I see that a lot too. People say sugar. I'm gonna tell you like it is, me. There ain't no sugar coating here. Crystal came in. Where did she go? Red arrow. No, that's Patrick. Did I miss Crystal? There's so much thing as stupid questions. All right, let's see here. I must have missed it somewhere. Patrick. I love constructive advice. And that's another thing we need to do. We need to be able to be open to constructive criticism because sometimes, that's another thing I've learned. And this is my opinion, this is how I handle things. If somebody's asking me for constructive criticism, this is the way I do things. And I'm sure most of y'all know this, but I can verify this. If I have some constructive criticism you're asking me about, I will always 99.99% of the time give you something positive first before giving you constructive criticism of something you might want that I think you might want to change. Always give positive affirmation first before you give somebody constructive criticism. That's the way I've always done it, and I always will do it. I find it goes a long way when somebody asks you for constructive criticism. Don't go right at them and just all negative. My opinion is start with something and give them a positive affirmation first. Then give them, this is what I think might be better. I think may work better for you. What are your thoughts on that one, Mark?
Well, if you go at them negatively first, they're going to put a wall up.
Yeah,
I don't need to hear you.
that's right.
That's going to be the first thing. I know I would. Well, to heck with you. And you can always, yes, the way you word it also can make a big difference. How your emotions come across.
Exactly. Well, because sometimes, again, because a lot of people are starting, and y'all know I love that word yet. And when somebody's trying to getting into this, and you got to have that thick skin. That's one thing I have to say. You have to have thick skin when you're doing this type of thing with putting yourself out there. You're putting yourself as a vulnerable person, but you got to have thick skin because you're going to always have somebody who is a hater trying to bring you down when you're down. And that's not good. But again, not everybody is that way. Well, you're welcome. I'm hoping to inspire you. That's right. We need to inspire everyone. So if you need help, you're in the right place. I feel like sharing knowledge is how I improve the world, walking around the world. Pull people with the head up. Not that's right. You're right about that, Ella. Josie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing?
Morning, Josie.
You're welcome. I would prefer the majority use their God-given brain. Yeah, you're right about it. Because you know what I have to say, and I say this a lot. There's a lot of people I know who may be book smart, but not a lick of common sense. That's true. I see it a lot. True and to the point, Patrick. But I'm a woman who had a stroke. YouTube saw my channel. I'd answer to her. And you don't have to answer to anybody, but some people have their health issues and health problems. I don't see her. Okay, I think it was Patrick. I asked Johnny for that. Yep, I did, and a positive with a negative. That's just the way I have to handle it. That's just the way I feel. I have to say that because when I was younger, and I used to work when I first started working, and I think that's where I get this attitude about it, where you give a positive before a negative. Because as I was growing up, I made a lot of mistakes at my first job. I had 2 jobs when I was 15. I had 2 jobs when I was 6. I've always had 2 jobs. But when I first started doing my first job, newspaper delivery, that was no problem. But when I started working in the public, like in a restaurant, and the manager would come up to me and give me all these negative things, it's like, wait a minute. One minute you give me all this negative stuff, but what about all the things I'm doing correctly? You don't. And I
Hmm.
trust me. I kept my job. I kept my cool, but I had to show that I was going to be a bigger person, and I don't like that. And I refuse to treat people like that. First need work. It's called a sandwich. In my own worst critic. We have
Amen, Jennifer. Yeah.
more. Yeah. And Jennifer, I have to, and look, this is for everybody this past weekend. And this is one thing I have to say about Jennifer. She participated in the reseller community shop out this weekend. She did it 2 months ago. But I guarantee you, she not only did a great job, little Debbie helped mod her live while she was modding someone else's live during her.
Wow.
Now, that's one you want to follow right here. She did an excellent job. I loved her video. And then she turned around and was modding for somebody else while little Debbie was modding for her during the reseller chain sale. Yeah. It can be done. One of the things I always say, whenever you say you can't, that means you can't. But if you think about it this way,
Yeah.
if you can, you can. That's right, Mark. Words have power, and it's how the word. And it's not what you say, but how
How
you.
you say it.
That's right. You never know what somebody's going through on the other end. So that's why you got to be careful. You have to be more sensitive when it comes to that kind of stuff, because you got to remember, it's not what you say, but how you say it, because you never know what that person is going through at that time. You have sympathy. Maybe teaching does not come as easy for others, though. And that's true. I understand. That is correct, Janine. It's not a too good or a too good, but might just be the person that does not feel comfortable teaching. And that's true, too, because, again, I enjoy teaching, and I try to, when I teach somebody something, I teach them the way I want to be taught. For example, I used to teach back when I was in New Orleans. I was told I had a lot of patience when it came to teaching someone how to sew or how to quilt. Patience is something you have to have when you're trying to teach somebody something. So when
Hmm.
I teach somebody something, I teach them the way I want to be taught. Because when I first started doing YouTube, one of the things I despised watching was videos where I'm trying to learn this YouTube gig thing, how to work, how you got to do things. But when you go to find a how-to video and somebody's teaching you, here's how you get started, then all of a sudden here's how you end it. Well, how the hell did you get between that? What happened in between? So when I started doing how-to videos, or I teach somebody something, I will walk you through step by step by step, showing you how I got there, because that aggravated me so much that I didn't even know how you got. And that's the aggravating part is, okay, how did you get between? What happened in between? Where it's at? So that's why I love doing it. Teaching is not for everyone, but patience is a virtue when it comes to teaching somebody something. And I have to say, I enjoy it. I enjoy it, but you have to have patience with
Morning,
some.
Amy.
Uh,
I was saying good morning.
Good morning, Amy. How are you doing? Good to see you. Some people are just, and that's true too, Jennifer. That is so true. Yes, indeed, Ellen. Let's see. Being a teacher for someone odd years, it helped me develop the teaching ways, and that's what you got to do. You got to remember, what is the best way to teach somebody something. Well, the way I want to be taught, the way I want to be. I want to learn. Thank you, Claudette. Always open for people with special needs, and I'm not talking in general with. It's not necessarily special needs, but some people like myself, I self-taught myself how to do this technical stuff. Because before this, I really didn't have no clue. Now, granted, like I tell with Robert, when I have an issue with something, I say, Robert, can you help me with this? He wants to do it. I said, no, stop right there. I want you to walk me through it and let me do it. Because when I first met Robert and we started going through this kind of stuff, he would just sit there and do it. It's like, no, 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 no. How did you get there? Because some days he may not be here and I need to make sure I understand. So I don't mind teaching somebody, but I'm going to walk you through it on your end. I want you to do step by step with me. Because if I sit there and tell you how to do it, it's not going to be the same as you actually physically doing it. So I had to get Robert to learn that with me was I'm on hands. I want to learn. And so for me, I taught myself a lot of this stuff that he had no clue about how to edit or how to do this or what software to use. He's more into the tech style things that he does. But when it comes to this, no. So yeah, that's why I do it the way I do. Common sense is not a, you right about that, Lou. Doesn't have a good, you don't have a good sandwich. That's my nephew. Loved the kid and genius, but he doesn't know. Yeah. And knowledge is great to share, and but again, it's just the way you do it. Angie, hello, good morning, and welcome.
Morning,
How are you
Angie.
doing? Good to see you. Welcome. I'm trying to keep up with the chat with comments. I just don't want to get too far behind, so you're going to see me kind of calling out. He's called and said, I tried to get gas, but do not. So, that's good. That's good. I like that. Jennifer did also. Yes, she did. But you know what, Jennifer? Sometimes your rushed videos, no matter who, and I'm experiencing with that myself. Sometimes your rushed videos are the best videos because you're not sitting there trying to, we are our own critics, so we got to change this or create this or edit this. Sometimes the rush videos are the best. I find, and that's true. It can happen. Nothing is impossible if you try. That is so true, Michael. I forgot to show half the stuff I wanted to, and that's okay, Jennifer. You did great. How you say it so much? I mean, lost in the black and white text. We are all different learning too, and we do some like myself. I'm more of a visual learner. But doing it for me, it ain't gonna get me. Ain't gonna get me there. I'm a visual learner, so if someone comes to me at a manual, I zoom out. Yeah, I'm the same way. I got my degree in elementary teaching. I didn't get no degree in teaching. I just love teaching. It's natural for me. Need details. That's right. I'm also detailed with teaching and learning. I agree with you, Johnny. I want the whole picture. Start meeting. Yeah, exactly. And when I started watching those videos, I told myself if I'm going to do any kind of evergreen type videos on how to, I love the comments I get sometimes about, well, you think you could have did this in only 5 minutes? Well, why don't you try doing the same thing in 5 minutes and see what kind of result you get?
Mm-hmm.
I get that a lot on some of my videos. Why you got it so long? We could have did that in 5 minutes. Well, you do it and see. I took many seminars on training. Extremely helpful for me with customer service. And it's a lot of work, but you know what? It's fun. Mia, hello, good morning, and welcome. And
Morning,
how are you
Mia.
doing? I thought that I'm fairly well traveled. You right about that one, Michael? That is true, Scarlett. You're so right on that one. Exactly. We were on our weekend trip. 5 hours. Whoa.
Well,
To get to use our new
they
car.
had almost a 10-hour drive.
Not driven it in more than 10 minutes before this. Oh, no. Don't you love getting a new car, though? What did you get, Jen? What kind of car you got? I just need to start doing it weeks early. Yeah, that's true, Jennifer. I am the same way. I feel the same way. When I was in college, boy, turn off my. Yeah, you right about that one, Randy. What's the lineup for this week, Johnny? I was busy moving. Oh, this week for me, I basically have my morning shows. Tonight we have our 4 o'clock wind down Monday, and Michael Anger out of Reacts is going to be our guest tonight. We'll be discussing AI. Thursday is the Hump Day auction. Friday is the Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It. I have nothing extra this week except for Sunday. I'll be on with Mark and Mike on 2 guys on 4 o'clock on this Sunday. That's all I got this week. What about you, Mark? You got a lineup question. What you got going on this week?
Let's see. I have you this morning, tomorrow morning, and Wednesday morning. And then Michael and I are leaving to go to Jacob's Cave or Frank's Swap and Shop in Versailles, Missouri.
Good morning, Jeffrey. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? I'm constantly learning. And that's another thing. Every day is a learning experience, no matter how big or small you think it is. Just moving gators around. Yeah, he's just playing around with the gators, right? I'll take the scary out of it. I'm looking forward to this one tonight. He said he's going to
Yeah,
take the
I
scary
am
out of
too.
AI. And Michael, about a year ago when they first started coming out with this AI, I made that comment. I'll never use it. And Michael's reply was, never say never. You're going to like it. Give it a try. A year later, I'm starting to use it. All right, Mike. I'm going to start dropping links. I just realized we've been running at this and the chat's been active. We've been good going. So I got to drop links.
Good morning, Jeffrey.
It was nice to see you last night, Jeffrey, at the Buffalo Pickers live last night. It was good to see you last night over there. All right, let me start copying these and dropping these. Now that I'm caught up in the chat, it took me a little bit longer than usual, but that's okay because y'all had some great conversation and topics. So today's moral.
I want to go back to Ellen's comment here.
Yeah, go ahead.
They actually married a bleach blonde, Randy. It's the bleach that dumbs down the brunettes, giving us true blondes a bad rap. Carol, it was so wonderful to see you. Thanks for lunch. All right. And Jennifer says now you use it all the time.
I use what all the time?
I'm assuming AI.
AI?
I'm not sure.
I'm not fully in all with AI yet. I'm still learning. Trust me. There's a lot I want to do that I need to learn the prompts and the proper way of talking to AI. It's not easy. I'm not getting all the results I want, but I'm still learning. It's fun. I was a little weary about it at first and nervous, but yeah, I started with using AI definitely with the thumbnails, trying to get ideas, and it's been nice. Like the thumbnail that I did for us for the wind down, that was created through AI, but AI through Canva. That's how I started. AI through Canva.
Let's see.
Johnny, y'all.
Jeffrey wants to share a picture from his community tab.
No, go for it.
Go ahead. Oh, Justin here.
Good morning, Regina.
Good morning, everybody. Ooh, I was trying to hurry up and get ready. Finish getting ready. I just wanted to chime in a little bit on the topic this morning. You all probably have heard, I'd spent 20 years in the Department of Corrections. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did. I retired. I was a correctional officer too, which is a sergeant. So I was like a frontline supervisor. I did that the last 8 years. I was in the Department of Corrections here in Missouri. My first institution closed down, and then I had to transfer. So I went from a level. What we had was a level 1, 2, which is guys getting out. And then I went to a level 5, which is your maximum security. The only thing that's a little bit higher is death row, which was in a different place. But went to the guys that are, life going to be in there for life. But anyway, when I started, there was so many, fewer women, than there is now. But, there was so many people that were, I'm not going to share my information. You're going to learn from the school of hard knocks. Mm-hmm. And I just hated that, because, I should not have to prove myself. I've proved myself. I got this job, and then of course things you got to do, for the inmates, you got to prove yourself a little bit, or offenders, or whatever you want to call them now, clients, whatever the terminology is. In my time, it was an offender or an inmate. But like I said, even with the staff, there was school of hard knocks. You had to learn on your own. They weren't going to be forthcoming very much of information, you know. Well, thanks, Debbie. And but I started changing that with myself. I always told anybody that was new learning, you know, what the way I learned, I observed and then of course gathered all that information to share with everybody that I could. So I started with myself, and I would suggest, share or observe, see how everybody else does what they're doing, and then gather it. And if you have questions, I will be more than happy to share any information I have. And then I would, you know, say that then take it and make it your own. You know, it's,
All right. Real
and
quick, I'm going to share this from Jeffrey. This is a picture he took, and it happened to make it on the Friday morning news from his picture that he took. So I'm going to share that with y'all right now for Jeffrey. This was his
Nice.
news release on that the Friday morning news.
that's a beautiful
Congratulations,
picture.
Jeffrey. Yep, it made the Friday morning news. So congratulations, Jeffrey.
Way to go, Jeffrey. Way to
That's
go.
right. That's right. All right, let me stop sharing and just do this. Remove.
I'm gonna go
Yes,
get
Linda,
some
I
more
worked
coffee.
well, not at I didn't work at the old walls, but I did transfer to Jefferson City Correctional Center after they closed the institution I worked at. So basically, it was the new walls, if
And
you
you know,
want
you're
to
funny
call
you
it
say
that.
that about Hard Knocks, because my dad used to always say that growing up. He did, again, back in those days. They didn't go to school like we do now, like we finish
Right.
school and graduate, and some of us go to college. But a lot of times they quit because they had to help work and help the family. And so my dad used to always say that. That's how he learned Hard Knocks. It's like, where's that at, Dad?
Yeah.
you know, I didn't understand back then because I was a kid. So yeah, that's pretty funny though when you just said that, and I remember him saying that when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Clients.
Yeah, so it was, it's a very because corrections, it's its own world inside fences, walls, whatever you're the
Right.
institution has. So you got to learn, and some of it is through hard knocks. You learn from your mistakes. Believe me, I played plenty of my own,
All
and
right. And I need to correct this. It was the Friday night news at 7 p.m., not the morning news.
all right,
Okay.
Jeffy, that's
So what Regina's telling you is she can put you in a headlock and put you down.
fine. Well, thankfully, I'm not that um person anymore, or as not as much, because that it's a very negative environment.
Yeah.
And you can be, get so grumpy all the time, or you hated life sometimes, you know.
Little Debbie says she graduated from the College of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, but I'm been out of it for since 2018. I retired from the state of Missouri after 30 years of service,
Wow.
but I'm just like, there's the school of hard knocks is good to a point, because you got to learn from your mistakes, but garner the knowledge from everybody else around. So maybe you don't make those mistakes. Ask questions all the time, because you never know, someone else's experience can help guide you to a better path of choices.
And this is a good statement right here from Ellen. And that is so true. You
Hmm.
have more power by sharing than withholding because then it makes you look weak. I like that.
Correct. That is true. So like I said, I started with myself, and I would spew so much information. They're like looking at me like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Just take it all in, take your notes. If you remember one thing I told you and it helps you in your career, without making a bad choice, then I succeeded.
Yeah.
I feel I
Well,
succeed."
Regina, okay, this is coming from my heart.
Hmm.
We've met in person, and
Right?
I just adore you.
Thank you. I
But
adore
for
you.
you to start your YouTube journey at what, July,
Yeah.
and be where you are is just proud papa.
Thank you.
Ella, Ella, Ella,
Ella,
Ella, Ella,
Ella,
Ella. Hello, good
Ella.
morning, and welcome. And I have to agree with Mark. One of the things I have to say about, and this is a prime example about what we do in this community for this community as a group. Regina first came in the chat asking a lot of questions, coming in after the shows and asking a lot of questions. And one of the biggest thing was, this is her reply. I'm sorry for asking too many questions. No, boo, you're doing it right. And look at her today. We love it when you ask those questions. If you have questions and we can answer them for you truthfully and give you the answers that we feel. And then remember, we always say, this is our experience, this is our answers. But you can always take something from everyone and then turn it into your own. And here she is since July. Look where she's at now today.
Absolutely.
Good point, Mark.
Yeah, busy.
And
busy.
I think personally, I just had a little part in that. So,
We all have a little part to helping each other. That's
yeah.
what's good about it. We come together as a team. My dad had to quit to help the family. He was great. 8th grade during the Depression. Yeah, a lot of the back in the day, because my dad and my stepmother, my dad and my mom, both also went to night school to get their GED years after. And this was when I was a teenager. So yeah.
See, I had an uncle that actually quit school in 4th grade and could not read. But you give that man a welder, he could weld anything.
Yeah, and then I also did with the inmates, I would give them options, choices, especially if they were acting out bad, and we had to deal with that, to try to talk them down from their edge they were on at that moment,
Well, that's right. Y'all started a new show together with It's Me, Angie, too.
Yep.
On
That is
Mondays.
tonight, from 6 to 8 Eastern Standard Time.
That's right. So speaking of that, if you have a show that you do a live show, please don't send me a list of your uploaded video schedule, because I don't put those on the calendar. If you have a live show, I put your information. If you email me or you send me a message through the post of the calendar or Instagram, you're more than welcome to send me a message even on Facebook or email and let me know. And I'll add you to the calendar, because, again, a lot of people look at that calendar on a faithful day to see who's on that day. I get a lot of compliments on there. Glad that I'm doing that calendar. And I've been doing that for almost 5.5 years for this calendar for the community. And I love it. But if you don't tell me, I don't know, because I'm not going to sit there and search to see if you're on the calendar. It is you send it to me and I'll add you. That's all I got to say. But it's your channel. If you're with somebody else, please don't send me those. I want the ones who's actually in charge of the channel that does the lives on their channels. And if you rotate, that's great too. Just let me know that as well. I try to make sure it's those who are doing live shows. I got way too much to keep up with that calendar when it comes to pre-recorded videos. So I don't do those. Let's see here. There's a link for Wind Down Tonight. I wish I had met you on the channel. And we're here for everybody. We're here to help everybody. Tina, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to help anybody, because I'm still learning. So if you have a question, I'm like, ooh, give it to me. So I can search it, so I can learn, something and become better at whatever it is. I love to help.
That's a good thing about it too, because if we can all share that knowledge, I find it's more powerful than keeping it within. And some people do take it for granted. It's like, no, share it. Is it one of the 2, 3, 4?
Yes, Jen, it is.
Yep, and I'm always wondering where the music's coming from. So,
but some reason, I don't know why, she emailed me. I did look at the calendar, but for some reason, the dates and the times are correct. I don't know why she's seeing it in a totally different, because like I have 2 p.m. It might show 2 a.m. on hers. I don't know what's going on, but it is correct on my end. I did check it. She did email me. Yes, it is accurate. Huh. But yeah, she did email me on that particular one. She sent me a screenshot of it, and I don't know why she's seeing what she's seeing. I need to unload the car, but I am just you're just stalling.
Hang
Sometimes you
out,
need a
have another cup of coffee, Jen.
yeah. Sometimes you need a vacation from the vacation. That's the only thing I hate about going on vacation or going somewhere. You have to load the car to go, and you have to
Hmm.
load the car to come back. And 9 times out of 10, it takes just as long, if not longer, because you got more stuff that you got while you were gone. It's been being nice this group as a newbie because most of them do offer mistakes they make and then how to fix it.
Yep, you're not an idiot.
Nope, 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 nope. The only thing, like we said earlier, and Mark made that comment again also, is there is no stupid questions. The only ones are the ones you don't ask. I gotta have stuff to sell tonight, so need to. Oh, okay. And once you learn, if they make changes, that's right. Only you can do it.
That's one thing Jen and I won't have to worry about is a
That's
lot
one thing too. You
less
got to remember.
stuff.
There's not always just one direct answer to something, because we all may do something different. We have no shows at 8. I know, Randy. I know. I have it correct on my calendar. I do not know why she is seeing it on her end, because she sent me the screenshot. I looked it up and made sure. And my like for Aaron Proctor, he's always been at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I understand. I don't know what's going on her end, but I'm aware of that. But my calendar is correct. Yeah, I know. There's not many people that do something at 8 in the morning. Now, some people who are still live at 2 o'clock in the morning, but no. Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
Not me. Mm-mm.
I don't know why it's showing up on her end that way. I just know it's correct on my end. I don't know. I even went and checked. All right. So if anybody else has anything that you would like to share, let us know. Always remember that we have a different topic every day. If you have any topics you would like for us to bring onto a show, let us know. Mark and I have a Word document that we use. We have a good bit of topics already there, and every now and then Mark will add some more to it, and I add more to it, and then we just turn it into a morning topic. And that's how we get our topics, by things that we're thinking about that minute. And if we have the document open, we add it at that time. Or Mark will write it down, and then the next morning I give him the link again, and he adds it to the list, and we work it throughout the week. So if you have any topics you would like us to talk about, let us know. We'll turn it into a morning show.
And we've got somebody that did send us a suggestion, and we're working on
Yeah.
the
I
correct
forwarded an
way.
email I got to Mark so he and I can both work on this together. Someone sent us an email with a topic, and it was a nice long email. So we're going to work and work it into our topics. It was a great email, and again, we want you to do that. We want you to send your emails in, or your messages to us, so we can turn them into show topics. Yeah, I know, Randy. She sent me the email about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I knew
Yeah,
about it about 2 weeks ago.
I just looked at it and it's showing fine on my end, so it's got to be
Yeah,
something on her settings.
right. And I'm not sure what it is, but I did double check and it was correct on my end. So. And I always double check to make sure before I hit save. When somebody sends me, I want to make sure it's Eastern Standard Time or what time's on their end. But everything on my calendar is Eastern Standard Time. So when you open it, it should be in your time zone. Should be. Regina, being
Yeah.
we're going to end up the show, what do you got going on this week? Promote yourself.
Well, tonight I will be on with Denise's Magical Emporium. It's me, Angie. We'll be selling from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, and then Wednesday, I'll be back here on the Hump Day auction. Doot, doot, doot. And then Thursday night, I will be on with Becky's Vintage and More. And I believe Randy will be there. And I'm not sure if there's anybody else. I haven't really looked at the thumbnail yet. But that's a late show for me. Whew. Yeah. So that starts at, I think, 8 p.m. my time, Central Time. And that
So
would
it'd be
be
9
9
p.m.
p.m. Eastern
Eastern.
Time. And yeah, then that's what I got this week. Next week, I've got like 3 more shows. The week after that, 4 more shows. This month's going to be busy. But that's
And
just
for those that didn't know
enjoying
yet,
it.
or you haven't checked the thumbnail and the description for this Wednesday, we're going to be having Miss Marian Hilton this Wednesday.
Yay.
Sweet.
Yeah. I love having Marian on.
Yeah.
She's going to be with us this weekend, this Wednesday. So as I say before I end each and every show, if you would like to come on after the show's over and you just want to chit chat or you have questions, you're more than welcome to join us. That link is at the top of the chat. And again, thank each and every one of y'all for coming out and showing your love and support to the channel. But also don't forget to check out the channels that Jennifer's been dropping in the chat. Check them out. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification, but make sure you watch those videos and leave them those comments. Most importantly, come back at 4 o'clock where we'll have our Wind Down Monday with our guest, Michael from Angry Auto Reacts, as we will be discussing. The topic tonight is about AI and taking the worry out of using AI.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, as I say before I end each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, later. Peace out. And y'all come back now, you hear?
Peace out. Mm-hmm.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. See the special man. You got